A Visionary Exploration of Existence, a review of the Cookbook for the Universe. By Orion Daley. Introduction, a masterpiece of science, philosophy, and the cosmos. The Cookbook for the Universe is an ambitious and groundbreaking work that weaves together scientific principles, philosophical insights, and abstract mathematics to offer a unified perspective on existence. With meticulous care and inspired by the interplay between the cosmic and the microcosmic, Orion Daley presents a theoretical guide, a contemplative treatise, and a visionary framework that challenges how we perceive the fabric of reality. This book is more than a scientific exploration, it is a journey into the harmonious symphony of forces that govern the universe. From the smallest particles to the vast structure of galaxies. By integrating ideas from Newton, Einstein, and quantum theory while pushing beyond their limitations, Daley introduces relative gravity, a paradigm-shifting framework that redefines gravity, time, and cosmic evolution. More than just a scientific treatise, the Cookbook for the Universe serves as both a theoretical manual for scientists and an inspirational guide for philosophers, dreamers, and seekers of knowledge. Core themes and structure of the book. The book is meticulously structured, providing a logical progression from foundational principles to their broader implications. Each section builds upon the last, creating a cohesive framework that ties together the nature of existence, from the subatomic to the cosmic. 1. Foundations of the Universe. A new perspective. The journey begins with an introduction to the key principles that guide this work, setting the stage for a re-examination of the cosmos through the lens of symmetry, interconnectedness, and evolution. Daley introduces his groundbreaking concept of relative gravity, which reframes gravitational interactions not as isolated forces, but as dynamic relationships within an evolving cosmic system. This section also explores the harmonic mean, presenting it as a unifying principle that governs balance across all scales from planetary orbits to the quantum level. By Orion Daley 1. Aka, Essay on Relative Gravity to describe the mechanics of the universe 2. Ex Nihilo, the genesis of the cosmos. In one of the most thought-provoking sections, Daley challenges conventional notions of creation, presenting the concept of ex nihilo, out of nothing, as a fundamental principle of cosmic emergence. Here, he introduces the delta phenomenon, a cycle of continuous transformation that allows for the evolution of particles, galaxies, and dimensions alike. This section blends philosophy and science seamlessly, exploring how time itself may be the axis upon which existence is constructed, and how forces and dimensions interact in an elegant, iterative dance. 3. The theory of relative gravity, a unified framework. The heart of the Cookbook for the Universe lies in its proposal of relative gravity as a unifying theory that bridges gaps left by Newtonian physics, Einstein's relativity, and quantum mechanics. Rather than seeing gravity as a fixed force acting upon static masses, Daley presents it as an adaptive and polymorphic entity, one that shifts and evolves depending on context. He discusses gravitational tidal waves, black holes as engines of resonance, and the interdependent nature of forces as they oscillate like alternating currents. This section also explores how the dimension of time plays an integral role in shaping not only gravitational interactions, but the fundamental nature of reality itself. 4. The delta phenomenon and cycles of evolution. The delta phenomenon is one of the book's most intriguing contributions, a concept that describes how all cosmic entities evolve through cycles of abstraction, synthesis, and replication. Daley draws comparisons between quantum uncertainty, celestial mechanics, and thermodynamic cycles to show how energy and information are continuously transformed. This principle suggests that singularities are not fixed points, but iterative processes, challenging the conventional understanding of black holes and the Big Bang. 5. Harmonic resonance and cosmic symmetry. This section expands on the harmonic mean, revealing its significance in shaping orbital mechanics, electromagnetic wave interactions, and the very structure of space-time. Daley proposes that just as musical harmonies follow a mathematical structure, so too does the universe, a vast, interconnected symphony of resonating forces. Through detailed discussions on the golden ratio, dimensional alignments, and the balance of matter and energy, the book presents an elegant vision of the by Orion Daley 2. Cookbook for the Universe Cosmos as an evolving system governed by fundamental symmetries. 6. Black holes as engines of resonance. Rather than viewing black holes as destructive voids, Daley offers a revolutionary perspective: black holes as dynamic regulators of cosmic resonance. This section explores their role in maintaining universal equilibrium, acting as energy redistribution hubs that drive evolution at both galactic and quantum scales. Through waveguide theories and gravitational field interactions, the book paints a compelling picture of black holes as crucial components of the self-regulating cosmic system. 7. The dimension of time, beyond linear perception. One of the most philosophically rich sections of the book delves into the nature of time itself. Rather than seeing time as a linear sequence, Daley suggests that it is an evolving dimension, one that is intrinsically tied to energy distribution, spatial expansion, and cosmic symmetry. This re-examination of time allows for new interpretations of relativity, quantum mechanics, and the role of hypothetical matter in shaping cosmic evolution. Final thoughts: a masterpiece of cosmic thought. The Cookbook for the Universe is a remarkable achievement, a work that dares to reimagine the fundamental principles of physics while remaining grounded in rigorous conceptual clarity. Daley's expansive yet accessible approach ensures that both scientific minds and philosophical seekers will find something to challenge and inspire them. By blending the microcosmic with the cosmic, the scientific with the metaphysical, and the structured with the abstract, this book redefines what it means to explore the universe. For those willing to embark on this intellectual and philosophical journey, the rewards are vast. The insights contained within these pages are not just theoretical, they are transformative. If you seek a fresh, revolutionary perspective on the nature of existence, the Cookbook for the Universe is an essential read, one that challenges, expands, and redefines the limits of human understanding. The delta phenomenon. Each emergent structure undergoes recursive differentiation, allowing for complexity to build layer by layer. The development of relative mass and force fields. As iterations continue, the relationships between different manifolds define what will later be recognized as mass, energy, and gravitational interactions. By Orion Daley 7. Aka, Essay on Relative Gravity to Describe the Mechanics of the Universe 1.4.5. The emergence of the singularity. Rather than beginning as a singular, condensed point, the singularity evolves as a culmination of prior iterations, forming as a result of balanced forces within the expanding manifold. 1.5 A new perspective on singularity formation. Contrary to traditional Big Bang cosmology, which assumes a singularity existed as a precondition, this framework proposes that singularities emerge from the iterative refinement of force interactions, not as an initial condition, but as an end state of structured evolution. The singularity is not a static point but an evolving entity, existing in equilibrium within the larger manifold structure. Space and time are emergent properties, not absolute prerequisites, forming naturally as differentiation progresses. Setting the stage for Section 2. Before delving into the specific mechanics of emergence, it is essential to recognize that the singularity does not appear spontaneously, but evolves through structured differentiation. By examining the void through the lens of dynamic fluctuations, wave interactions, and iterative refinement, we gain a more comprehensive understanding of how existence itself manifests from an origin that is never truly empty. This perspective reshapes our view of the nature of reality, the origins of time, and the formation of structured forces. In the following sections, we will expand on this foundation, introducing the dimension of time as the driver of emergence and the delta phenomenon as the mechanism by which form evolves from structured cycles of iteration. By Orion Daley 8. Cookbook for the Universe 2. The dimension of time as the engine of emergence. Time is more than a passive measure, it is the medium through which transformation occurs. Posited is that the passage of time is the critical factor that differentiates the void into progressively more structured states. Formally, let MT represent the state of a manifold emerging from the void at time t. Its evolution can be captured by, which serves as a formal representation of how change is governed by temporal progression. 3. The delta phenomenon. Iterative differentiation. The delta phenomenon embodies the principle that each new state of existence arises as an incremental modification of its predecessor. We denote the initial void state as M0. The evolution of the system can be recursively defined as Mn plus 1 equals delta Mn plus Mn, where delta Mn represents the operation of differentiation both metaphorically and mathematically applied to the prior state Mn. This recursive process captures the notion of genesis as a continuous, cyclic reemergence of form from the void. 4. Mathematical mechanics of the emergence process. We can describe the formation of structured manifolds using an impedance-based approach, where the void encounters resistance that gives rise to expression. Given a vector field that describes relative force, Z equals to md plus alpha m, where represents an impedance factor. The emergence of stable formations occurs when to integral tfcr equals mf m0. To test the model, computational simulations can be employed. By setting initial conditions that represent the void M0, and using differential equation solvers, one can simulate the iterative process of emergence. Adjusting the impedance parameter alpha enables the observation of various self-organizing structures, which can be compared with empirical data from cosmic microwave background radiation and galaxy distribution studies. Preliminary simulation results indicate that iterative applications of the delta phenomenon yield stable, self-organizing systems. mirroring cosmic phenomena observed in nature. 6. Computational simulations and implications for modern physics and cosmology. This section refines computational simulations by incorporating multiversal modeling and how these simulations can validate the principles of relative gravity and the delta phenomenon. By setting initial conditions that represent the void and using differential equation solvers, one can simulate the iterative process of emergence. Adjusting the impedance parameter enables the observation of various self-organizing structures, which can be compared with empirical data from cosmic microwave background radiation and galaxy distribution studies. In addition, this section replaces traditional expansion models with dynamic equilibrium, where universes cycle through phases of growth and retraction. Using principles from the delta phenomenon, we can explore the balance between impedance and force emergence within relative fields, how cosmic waves and resonant frequencies influence universe-scale oscillations, the role of harmonic mean relationships in regulating cosmic structures. Furthermore, this framework suggests that the universe's origin is not a singular Big Bang event, but rather a sequence of iterative emergencies, each cycle reprocessing the void into a new state. 6.1 Key implications include relative gravity and structured emergence. Gravitational forces may be seen as emergent properties resulting from time-differentiated manifold layers, reshaping our understanding of spacetime curvature. By Orion Daley 10. Cookbook for the Universe. Quantum fluctuations as micro-iterations. The vacuum fluctuations in quantum mechanics can be reinterpreted as minute iterative processes of the delta phenomenon. Dark matter and energy. The impedance factor might also account for phenomena such as dark matter and dark energy, acting as moderators in the emergence process. Through these computational approaches, relative gravity and the multiversal framework can be tested and refined to bridge the gap between theoretical predictions and observational data. 7. Expansion and contraction of the universe. Here explored is how cosmic evolution follows a dynamic, cyclic pattern, challenging traditional expansion models. Instead of a single inflationary event leading to perpetual expansion, relative gravity and the delta phenomenon reveal a universe that undergoes continuous cycles of growth and retraction, shaping the very fabric of reality. This cyclic nature suggests that the universe is self-regulating, adapting through harmonic balancing mechanisms that ensure structural stability over time. 7.1 Key mechanisms governing expansion and contraction. 7.1.1 Harmonic mean relationships, the mathematical balance of cosmic oscillations. Traditional models often depict cosmic expansion as a function of dark energy, but harmonic mean relationships suggest a more fluid and self-adjusting mechanism. By treating universal growth as an oscillatory function, relative gravity predicts naturally recurring expansion and contraction phases, governed by harmonic resonance between mass-energy distributions. This mathematical balance mirrors wave-like interactions found in atomic structures and planetary orbits, indicating that cosmic evolution follows similar principles. 7.1.2 Impedance balancing, regulating the flow of universal energy. Impedance balancing serves as a moderating force, preventing uncontrolled expansion or gravitational collapse. Just as electrical circuits use impedance to control current flow, the universe appears to use gravitational impedance to balance energy exchanges across manifold structures. The presence of dark matter and dark energy may be reinterpreted as emergent properties of impedance fields, ensuring that the cosmos remains within a sustainable energy distribution state. By Orion Daley 11. Aka, Essay on Relative Gravity to Describe the Mechanics of the Universe. 7.1.3 Self-regulating cosmic cycles, the universe as an adaptive system. Expansion and contraction do not occur in isolation, but interact through manifold feedback loops, which help correct large-scale imbalances. Instead of an inevitable heat death, the relative gravity model suggests cosmic rebirths, where each contraction phase generates the conditions for a new expansion cycle. Observational evidence, such as large-scale structure formations, cosmic void distributions, and variations in cosmic microwave background radiation, may provide hints of prior cosmic cycles. 7.1.4 Implications for cosmology and multiversal interaction. Reinterpreting dark energy. Instead of a mysterious force driving perpetual expansion, dark energy may be the result of an oscillatory balance mechanism, shifting between expansion and contraction phases. Multiversal resonance. The cyclic nature of expansion suggests that universes may resonate with each other through frequency-based interactions, akin to the principles outlined in the radio station analogy. Future of our universe. If expansion slows and reverses, leading to a phase of contraction. This framework suggests that our universe could be part of an ongoing evolutionary loop, where it periodically resets in a new manifestation. 7.1.5 Conclusion. The expansion and contraction of the universe are not isolated processes, but part of a grander self-regulating mechanism governed by relative gravity and the delta phenomenon. By integrating harmonic mean relationships, impedance balancing, and cyclic evolution, this model presents a compelling alternative to singular expansion theories, framing the universe as a dynamic, evolving system rather than a one-way trajectory. Future observations of gravitational wave distortions and large-scale cosmic structures may provide the necessary empirical validation for this cyclic framework. By Orion Daley 12. Cookbook for the Universe 8. The initial frame of reference, the key to emergence. What gives rise to the fabric of reality? Before the universe can evolve, before the vast web of galaxies can form, there must be an initial frame of reference, a foundation upon which all motion, transformation, and emergence occur. This section delves into the profound question of how universes emerge relative to their own unique frames of reference, and how these fundamental organizing principles shape cosmic evolution. At the heart of this discussion lies the realization that space and time do not exist in isolation. Rather, they emerge from a self-referential process, where each universe establishes its own fundamental coordinates. This dynamic interplay of force, time, and energy creates the scaffolding upon which all physical laws operate. 8.1 Key elements of the initial frame of reference. The birth of a frame. What preconditions must exist for a universe to establish its initial point of reference? This explores how relative equilibrium and the interplay of energy manifolds give rise to structured reality. Cosmic blueprints. How do reference frames govern the evolution of cosmic structures? Here we can examine how different universes can develop distinct laws of physics depending on their foundational reference frame. The nexus of time and force. The interwoven nature of relative force, time, and energy suggests that the genesis of any universe is not arbitrary but follows a self-organizing principle. This section explores the role of relative gravity in structuring the emergence of space-time itself. By understanding the initial frame of reference, we can uncover the fundamental architecture that enables universes to take form, setting the stage for cosmic interactions, expansion, and the emergence of order from the void. By Orion Daley 13. Aka, Essay on Relative Gravity to describe the mechanics of the universe. 9. The infinity manifold, a bridge between universes. Beyond the boundaries of a single universe lies the concept of the infinity manifold, a structure that interconnects multiple universes through fundamental mathematical and physical principles. Rather than treating universes as isolated entities, the infinity manifold provides a framework for understanding how they share properties, exchange energy, and maintain equilibrium through an intricate web of interactions. 9.1 The role of the infinity manifold in cosmic structure. At its core, the infinity manifold describes how universes exist not as singular, self-contained realities, but as interconnected manifolds that overlap in a higher dimensional framework. Each universe operates with its own relative equilibrium, yet these equilibria are not static, they influence one another, creating a dynamic interplay that extends beyond any single universe's observable limits. 9.2 Key aspects of the infinity manifold. Superposition of universes. Universes can exist in a state of quantum-like superposition, where their properties overlap under certain conditions. This concept suggests that multiversal interactions may follow wave interference patterns, influencing energy distributions and force dynamics across universes. Relative equilibrium and stability. Just as celestial bodies maintain orbital stability through gravitational relationships, universes within the infinity manifold maintain coherence through relative equilibrium. This prevents uncontrolled collapse or chaotic divergence, ensuring structured multiversal evolution. Manifold intersections and energy exchange. At the intersections of manifolds, energy, information, and even matter may transfer across universes. These exchanges may occur through tunneling effects akin to quantum mechanics, or via higher-order topological relationships in spacetime, where different reference frames momentarily align to allow for controlled transference. 9.3 Mathematical framework of the infinity manifold. To describe interuniversal interactions mathematically, extended is the concept of manifolds in differential geometry, applying principles of tensor fields, governing the relationships between universes by defining how their energy distributions curve and interact. Topological connectivity, using n-dimensional embeddings to describe intersections between universes and how these points facilitate energy transfer. Harmonic oscillations in interuniversal relations. Just as atomic structures stabilize through resonant energy states, universes may stabilize within the infinity manifold through synchronized oscillatory relationships. By Orion Daley 14. Cookbook for the Universe. 9.4 Implications of the infinity manifold. The concept of the infinity manifold not only provides a theoretical bridge between universes, but also offers possible explanations for observable cosmic phenomena, such as dark energy as an interuniversal force. If universes are exchanging energy, what is perceived as dark energy could be the result of forces balancing across the infinity manifold. Multiversal tunneling and high-energy events. Some high-energy cosmic phenomena, such as gamma-ray bursts, may originate from inter-universal interactions where energy momentarily tunnels from one manifold into another. Quantum gravity and unification. The infinity manifold provides a potential unification model that incorporates gravity, quantum mechanics, and cosmic expansion into a single framework. 9.5 Conclusion. By framing the universe as part of a larger, interconnected multiversal system, the infinity manifold challenges conventional cosmology and extends the principles of relative gravity to a broader scale. Rather than an isolated cosmos, reality may function as an infinitely complex and evolving network, where universes share properties and influence one another through mathematically describable interactions. Future exploration of the infinity manifold will require both theoretical advancements in higher dimensional mathematics and observational breakthroughs to detect evidence of inter-universal phenomena. By Orion Daley 15. Aka, Essay on Relative Gravity to Describe the Mechanics of the Universe 10. The Chemistry of the Universe. At the smallest scales, the chemistry of the universe is the foundation upon which all structure is built. The interactions of fundamental particles give rise to the vast complexity observed at cosmic scales. This section explores how the fundamental building blocks of matter influence not only the formation of galaxies and stars but also the structural principles of entire universes. 10.1 The role of fundamental particles in structuring matter across universes. Subatomic symmetry and matter formation. The conservation of charge, spin, and mass-energy relationships among fundamental particles plays a crucial role in determining the large-scale distribution of matter across multiple universes. Oriogenesis and the balance of matter.